Hi everyone, I hope you're doing great. In today's video, we're going to be talking about multiple futures. This is a skill that is going to be helpful in both designing your business and helping your community grow and become more resilient. I don't know if you've ever watched The Big Short. It's a movie about the 2008 financial crisis. Now, the big thing about The Big Short is that it shows that we knew. There were experts who warned major institutions that the crisis was coming. And yet, we ended up where we ended up. There are many more challenges and crises that are ahead that we actually already know about. There are trends and technologies that will be impacting our local communities, our cities, and our individual lives. Now, there are methods and tools that allow us to look through these trends and technologies and make sense of them. In this video, I'm going to walk with you through a simplified process of actually creating future scenarios and making sure that your local community has a say and has a voice in understanding what trends and what technologies will be impacting your city. We are going to start with a cheat sheet. You might be wondering, if I've never worked with trends, if I'm no futurist at all, I've no idea where to start, how do I really begin working on identifying the trends that are going to be impactful and important for my city and my local community? Luckily, there's been someone who thought about it. Richard Watson is a researcher at the University College of London, and luckily for all of us, he has developed a map of trends and technologies, mega trends and technologies, up to 2050. This incredible resource allows you to get a glimpse at trends and technologies in all areas of life, be it environment, media, society, ethics, technology, economy, politics, pretty much everything. Now, take a longer look at the map. Look at the mega trends, look at the smaller trends and technologies that are listed on there. You're going to recognize many of them. There's urbanization, aging population, climate crisis, all the things that you've already heard about. When you look at the map, start listing the trends and technologies, the challenges that from your perspective will be key to the future of your city, will be impactful in the biggest way. Now you might say, cool, I've done it, but I'm no expert. How do I actually make sure that I made the right choices and that we are actually having a conversation about what we should be talking about? This is where we open the process to the local community. And the way we typically do that is a very simple, very low-key, very low-budget method that we call future tables. And the way it works is simple. You take a physical table, you put it in a public space. It can be a walkway, a square, a park, whatever you know is most populated in given hours. You place a big sheet of paper on top of it and you write, for example, my city in 2050 is going to. Now, for the next few hours, you start asking people who pass by to finish the sentence, to comment on the things that other people have already written on your piece of paper, and you engage with them in a bit more in-depth conversation. What you're going to get as a result of this exercise is some sort of understanding of what the local imagination is about. What are actually people fearing or hoping for? What are they talking about at the kitchen table? This is going to highlight the trends the topics, the issues that the local community is already sensing or is already fearing, but at the same time that are not maybe already being addressed in your city. Now, the second thing that we often do if you want to dig deeper into the trends, technologies, challenges that the city is going to face is we're recruiting a group of local experts. Now, when I say experts, I don't really mean people from the academia who have studied a topic for 20 years. They are a part of the group, but they don't constitute the entirety of the group. What I mean when I say local experts is I mean people who are locally recognized as the ones who have the most in-depth knowledge about how the city operates in any given aspect. It can be sports, it can be culture, it can be business, it can be education, whatever you can think of. And when we go through the recruitment process, we're trying to make sure that we have representatives of all of the sectors, that we have academia, that we have local government, that we have the businesses, the NGOs, that we have some students and maybe some other people who are pretty much unusual suspects, but who can bring a lot to the discussion. We get them together for a short workshop. It can be 4 to 6 hours, that's just part of the day. We show them the trends, the list of trends that have already been identified in this broader research together with the local community, and we have an in-depth discussion about which of these, from their perspective, are going to be the most impactful. Based on that, we are actually able to limit this list to 2-3 trends or technologies that are actually the most important for the future of the city. This is actually bringing us very close to the key of foresight, to the key of understanding various futures, and that is scenarios. When we talk about scenarios, we talk about narratives. Various trends are going to live and die. Responses to these trends are going to either magnify their impact or limit it. Now, the future of our city is not singular. There are many options of how things can actually progress, how they can develop. Our task is to map out potential futures based on the trends that we've identified. Scenarios, which are the result of this exercise, are going to give you two things. One is this more nuanced perspective on the futures of your city. This is going to be super helpful when working with the local community or the local government in preparing for what's coming next, in either trying to make sure that you're prepared for whatever challenges ahead, or that you make the most of the opportunity that arises from the trend that you've identified. That is one thing. Now, the second thing is more personal. When you take this broader look at the futures of your city and maybe other cities, you're starting to identify topics and areas of interest and passion that you can explore further, that can actually become the core of your business. Now, in the description below, I'm posting links to a couple of foresights that we've already done in several cities. Look through them, read through them. If there's anything that is unclear or you'd like to talk some more in depth about any given part of this process, post it in the comments below. Ask a question and I'll make sure to answer. In the meantime, do subscribe to my channel, give me a thumbs up if you like this video, and get to the map of megatrends and technologies till 2050. I'm sure you're going to have a blast with it, and there's no time to waste in trying to understand what futures might be ahead. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.